Picking goalies apart from the wing is an age-old pastime of hockey. So today, I'm going to show you guys how to be effective on the wing. This is how to suck less at EA Sports Hockey League. I'm No Sleeves 12. Alright ladies, so today's video is going to be showing how you guys can be a little bit more effective while playing a winger in EA Sports Hockey League. A few things I want to go over first, okay? Whether you choose left or right wing, it doesn't matter, whatever one you want or whatever one's available to you. What I would 100% recommend is you make sure you're using your offhand. So set your left winger when you play left wing for your player to shoot right, and when you play the right wing, make sure you set your player to shoot left. The reason for this is because in this game, it is much easier to cycle into the middle for a wrist shot top corner. It's much easier to cycle down the boards and go for the backhand wraparound glitch when you're on your backhand as opposed to your forehand. As well as setting up for one-timers. It's just like in Versus and Hut. I explained to you guys on why those strategies are effective. It's the same thing in EA Sports Hockey League. It's just you're at a disadvantage playing your correct wing, other than when you're on the rush, and there are ways to play like a 2-on-1 when you're on a 2-on-1. There are ways to play it that can still be extremely effective if you're using your offhand. So let's start with that. Now, these tips and strats, what I'm going to recommend is these are really for club, not so much drop-in. I tried to explain why drop-in and club are so different, but there are obvious reasons. You're not really communicating, you don't know the player's tendencies that you're playing with, and so forth. But so for the sake of this video, we're going to pretend that you have a few buddies, or maybe even just one buddy that you're playing with that you can read off of and communicate to. And we'll go with that. So when playing forward as a winger, okay, here are the things that you want to focus on when you're playing in the offensive zone. Getting down low and behind the net in this game mode is overpowered. I main a goalie, so I have a unique perspective because I know what is really annoying to stop, and so forth. So when I play a forward, I can kind of take advantage of that because I know what a goalie will struggle with more than likely. Behind the net, I mentioned in all my other videos, that is the prime real estate because the wrap glitch works so well. Essentially, if you want to, I show it, that first goal I score in this video is basically you hold the backhand deke, cycle all the way around the net, and you just hit up on the right thumbstick when you're really close by, and your player will do the backhand wrap glitch. The advantage of doing the backhand as opposed to the forehand is the backhand glitch happens much quicker than the forehand, so the goalie does have a chance to get over. Now, when you're down low, you don't just want to be focused on the glitch goals because when you run into a good team that knows how to defend, or maybe you're playing sixes against another very good team, the defenders are going to shut you down. That is what their job is. When I explained that in my How to Play Defense video of the series, dicking around behind your net just isn't going to do well for you. It will in most games, especially in drop-ins, but what you want to do is when you get down low with the puck as a winger, right, you want to live on the boards, okay? You want to cycle along the boards, just like using the overload in all my other videos and Versus and Hut, and use your points, okay? You want to run in, get it. If you say you cross the line, cross the blue line, if you're holding the backhand deke, okay, so you're on your backhand, okay, you're still going to drag a bunch of players over towards you, and then you can just do the pass back, that stupid animation that for whatever reason will allow you to pass with full power, even though you're holding down a backhand deke to the point or your centerman or whatever forward's giving you support. But your job as a forward, as a winger, isn't to just roam out into the slot and look for shots. That's more the centerman's job. Your job is to get down low and behind the net and cycle around the boards, utilizing your points. And then if a shot does come open to creep out into the slot, absolutely take it. But those are the things you want to focus on in the offensive zone, especially when you're cycling the puck. Let's talk a quick moment about face-offs. Okay, so if you're playing club with your teammates and you have mics and whatnot, which 99% of you do, you want to make sure you tell your centerman to tell you when they're going to do the tie-up face-off because you're required to react to it, okay, especially in the offensive zone because, that can lead to a goal if you utilize it correctly. So make sure you communicate with your centerman to know and make sure he tells you when he's going to tie up on the draw. Next, let's talk about on the rush, okay? So say you're on the rush and you have two guys playing defense as normal, okay? It's nothing special about it, all right? When you're coming down your off wing, so you're your stick is not along the boards, it's facing the boards on the forehand, right? Because you're using the opposite-handed stick with my strat. What you want to do, instead of trying to make something happen if the defense is going to shut you out and you have a clear shot of the net, you want to fire and aim low, far side, because if you have someone creeping in or streaking down the opposite wing, unfortunately, the goalie animation, there isn't really a way to stop it, and he's going to kick out a rebound. So it's something to think about always when, if you can't get down behind the net because you know you're just going to get rubbed out, and maybe you don't have a defenseman that's behind you to pass back to the point, just fire it off as pads down low. It's something that wingers should really utilize because, again, there's no really clear-cut way to stop that kind of rebound off the low pads. Now let's talk about wingers in the defensive zone. So much like in the offensive zone, how your job is to cycle along the boards to create some space and whatnot, that's your job in the defensive zone as well. Okay, so basically what your job is, you never really, in the defensive zone especially, want to cross over to the opposite wing. So say you're using right wing for the sake of this video, very rarely in the defensive zone or in the offensive zone do I streak over to the left side of the ice. And the reason for that is, especially if you have computer players, computer AI in this game will read off you. So if you move over to where the left winger should be, the left winger is going to move over to the right winger should be, and it causes a lot of mess up when you have CPU players. But even more so when you're playing sixes, if you're a right winger, your job is to get down, let's say, and the puck gets down low. Your job is to get along the board so that he can't pass it up to the point or up to whoever is along the half boards, because you need to cut that off. You're the one doing the dirty work down low, and your defensemen are the ones making sure that directly behind the net or right out in front is covered. You're the one that covers kind of in between the top of the points as well. So if the puck is on the other side of the ice and say your left winger is in a battle, you want to be near the right to top defenseman if everyone else is down low, just to make sure that he can't get that open pass. You're going to be stunned at how often you're going to intercept passes when you're not just chasing the puck and watching for lanes and whatnot to cover. So in the defensive zone, you want to make sure that you don't get caught chasing and that you just cover along the boards, really, unless you get someone that is wide open in the middle of the ice and your centerman is kind of dicking around, not paying attention. You want to go for the cover, but your job really is to get down low and stop those passes up along the boards. Another thing I want to mention, guys, again, I need to stress this, make sure that you turn auto back skating off in the settings. All my other videos I explain that as well. Make sure you're living on the L2 button to manually backskate. You always want to be facing the play in this game. The animations to intercept pucks and passes are 10 times more effective if you're facing it. So the second you lose the puck, bang L2, and make sure that you're skating backwards, cutting off lanes and whatnot. And the same thing goes for every single other position. So it's just something you want to keep in mind. Alright guys, so I hope those quick tips help you in the summer with EA Sports Hockey League for Winger. That pretty much concludes all of my NHL tip content for the season. I started on New Year's Day and it's been fantastic, so everyone that's watched all my videos so far this year, I really appreciate it. I'm just about to ding 2,300 subscribers, which I could not imagine back then, and I just passed my 500,000th view, and it's blown me away. So thank you, sluts, for watching all my stuff. All right, so to give you a little update about my channel. Okay, so since I have no other NHL tips for you until NHL 18 comes out, which I will be doing the beta for. I've got an Xbox One. I'm all ready for that EA Early Access, and don't worry, literally the first minutes that you can play, you're going to get videos from me in regards to it. So make sure you subscribe for that. What also I'm going to do is throughout the weeks now, I play in leaguegaming.com. I play defense in that league. So I'm on a team. I'm in the CHL. There's 3 leagues: the CHL, AHL, NHL. If you guys haven't checked it out, it's something that you need to. LeagueGaming.com is so much fun, especially in NHL's dead time. I'm having a blast playing NHL again because it's super well run and it's very in depth. You basically only play sixes and whatnot. So I'm on Valdor. We're in first place in the queue right now, and it's been a blast. But it's something that you do need to check out. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to do recaps of all those games, just quick rundown with my commentary, show you guys how it goes, because it is pretty good competition on that site. It's pretty much the only way to get into it is to sign up and be active. So you kind of have to be know what you're doing, at least in that sense. So I'll just be doing recaps for every single game in regards to those going forward. Lastly, guys, so I still have about 500,000 coins I need to give away for Hut. So what I'm going to do is on June 15th, it's a Thursday, okay, I'm going to be doing a stream on my Twitch channel. Basically, just go to www.twitch.tv/nosleeves12 or bang the link down below. Follow me there just to make sure you know when I go live. I'm going to do it around 7 or 8 p.m. Eastern Time, and I'm going to stream for a couple hours. We're going to play some NHL. We're going to give away all of what I have left. Any cards, any coins, I need it all gone. I want to give it to you guys, so you want to make sure that you're there for that. That's June 15th, this Thursday coming up. Okay, guys? I also believe I'm going to have a league game that night, so you guys can check out what that's all about as well. So, guys, again, thank you for watching all of my content. Make sure you subscribe, like, comment, tell me what you want to see, what you want to hear on my channel, if there is anything you want me to cover. And go to twitch.tv/nosleeves12, subscribe or follow me there, because that is the end game for me. I do would love to be a full-time streamer, and make sure you follow me on Twitter as well, at @nosleevesgaming. Everything I do, I communicate on Twitch or on Twitter, so make sure you go check me out there. All right, guys. So you guys stay average.